You go
That's
down
better.
to, go again. If you go down here, let me go all the way down. These are minor offenses. Where would you possibly convene a hearing here? Where would you convene the hearing?
The third offense.
Third offense, right?
That's correct.
Third and possibly fourth if the person
Fourth.
continues with the same behavior. Are we clear on that?
Question. I see here that you have written warning, the final written warning or suspension.
Yes.
What does that mean? Who determines whether it's a final written warning opposed to
So
a
it may,
suspension that's applied?
right, yeah, it may be the chair for the hearing, or it may be the panel. So you may have an independent chair, just there who's hearing the deliberation, or you may have a panel of, say, three persons, and they may decide the outcome.
Okay, thanks.
I have a question. Hello, Doc.
Yes, I'm hearing you very well.
All right, my question is this. Based on the second schedule you shared with us, you said the managers or the supervisors do not have power to
Dismiss. Suspend or dismiss.
suspend the staff. Now, when we understand that this the breaches starts from the departments, from the various departments. For example, a manager has, a staff has breached a certain code,
The manager
right?
has a what, Samuel?
The staff has breached a certain code, right,
Yes.
in the disciplinary code, and it is the job of it is the job of the manager of the department to at least issue the the written warning or the verbal warning based on the breach of the staff, right? So if the offense is, let's take for example, is 3 days suspension.
If the penalty is suspension,
Yes. So are you suggesting that the staff, the departmental manager does not have the power to issue a suspension to the staff and then advise the HR?
advise HR to do what? To suspend?
No, for disciplinary hearing.
Right. So what will happen usually is that once the supervisor or manager observes that there's possibly a serious breach that has occurred, serious or very serious, then they can do their preliminary investigations depending on the case. And let me also say that if it's sexual harassment, you don't touch those cases, you report it to the HR manager. But if it's a case of, say, theft, fraud, disrespect, whatever, a preliminary investigation can be done. And then the person can, of course, involve HR to do a more thorough investigation, right? And then from that, it will be determined if a hearing is necessary. So the point I'm making is that if supervisors or managers observe what we deem to be serious or very serious offenses, HR has to be notified and get involved in that particular issue or concern, and then the investigation will be launched to determine if a hearing is necessary.
Yes, but the HR has to be notified through
The HR has to be what?
the HR has to be notified through
Yes.
the disciplinary hearing form that is coming from, as in, there has to be a report coming from the departmental manager to the HR to
Yes.
ask.
So the fact is the info has to go to HR. If there is a possible suspension or dismissal case at hand.
Mm.
Okay?
All right, cool.